document. Some estimates suggest householders would have paid 50% more than previously suggested to make up the difference. The SNP dismissed the issue as academic. Labour said the figures were explosive. Here's our political correspondent, Andrew Kerr.
Our commitment to a local income tax is absolute, or to paraphrase somebody from a few years ago, you turn if you want to. This administration is not for turning.
Firm promise on local income tax in 2007. But did the First Minister's resolve crumble on a visit to a Lanark biscuit factory today? The Daily Telegraph got hold of this secret note from government advisers. Local income tax has a funding gap of up to $396 million. If $374 million of council tax benefit is not paid to Scotland, that leaves a total of £770 million. Alex Salmond claims the figures are irrelevant, saying the economic conditions will change.
This is a matter for the next election, where it will be right to replace council tax at a time when 3p will be the right rate for local income tax.
Labour say the First Minister's out of tune with reality after he went to court twice before to prevent the release of similar documents.
It's time they came clean, ended the cover-up, published all the documentation so that the people of Scotland knew what the cost to them would be of this SNP policy.
The Conservatives helped the SNP freeze the council tax for Scottish householders. They say the party's now been caught out on local income tax.
No wonder they were trying to suppress the facts. The fact of the matter is, we now know you can't trust the SNP on tax. Their credibility has been shot.
The news about the increased rate didn't dampen the spirits of the Lib Dems, who also support the introduction of a local income tax in the next Parliament.
I haven't seen these papers, I can't comment on the numbers involved in them, but clearly it's an issue that requires careful thought, and where there are lots of issues that have to be considered.
Local authority funding's a big issue in this election. A council tax freeze is being promised by all, but the next Parliament will decide about local income tax. It could be a hard sell if there's still a funding gap. Alex Salmond's opponents say that's why there's been so much secrecy surrounding confidential documents like this. But the First Minister says confidential advice from civil servants must remain just that, confidential. Andrew Kerr, reporting Scotland, Glasgow.
And let me remind you that on Sunday, BBC Scotland's host